Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Around the World. In global politics, accusations are weapons, but the truth ultimately determines victory. This statement defines the global situation between India and Canada. When Canada's then Prime Minister Justin Trudeau blamed India for the assassination of Khalistani leader Hardeep Singh Nijjar in June 2023, it became clear that this was not merely a quest for justice but rather a game of politics and strategy. Following these allegations, a diplomatic storm erupted between India and Canada, leading to diplomatic expulsions, a halt in trade negotiations, and visa restrictions. However, when Canada's independent investigation report was released, stating that there was no conclusive evidence of any foreign government's involvement in Nijjar's assassination, questions arose regarding the credibility of Trudeau's government. Now, the crucial question is whether Canada will attempt to restore its historic ties with India or maintain this tension for domestic political gains. It is also important to examine the truth behind India's alleged involvement in Nijjar's assassination and how this investigative report could impact India-Canada relations. Let us first understand the sequence of events surrounding Nijjar's assassination and the India-Canada dispute. Hardeep Singh Nijjar, the head of the Khalistan Tiger Force, had been declared a terrorist by the Indian government. India accused him of promoting terrorist activities within the country. In June 2023, he was assassinated outside a Gurudwara in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. Following this incident, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau alleged in Parliament that Indian agents were involved in the murder and claimed to have credible evidence to support his accusations. This led to a severe decline in India-Canada relations. India dismissed these allegations as baseless and motivated and responded by expelling several Canadian diplomats. This diplomatic tension led to a freeze in trade negotiations and affected visa services between the two nations. However, a recently released independent Canadian investigation report stated that there was no conclusive evidence of any foreign government's involvement in Nijjar's assassination. This report weakens the accusations against India and raises questions about the credibility of the Canadian government. In light of this conclusion, discussions have begun on whether Canada could reconsider its stance and take steps to mend its relationship with India. The report also highlights that Trudeau's government was already facing international pressure and the credibility of his allegations was now in doubt. This controversy has had a significant impact on India-Canada relations. India accused Canada of harboring terrorists and extremists, while Canada alleged that India had violated its sovereignty. This dispute has affected Indian students who travel to Canada for education and the Indian diaspora residing there. However, now that the report has found no evidence of India's involvement, there is a greater possibility of improving relations between the two countries. India and Canada have historically shared strong ties based on democracy, trade, cultural exchange, and pluralism. However, in recent years, tensions have arisen due to the Khalistan movement and related incidents. The Khalistan movement, which advocates for a separate Sikh nation in Punjab, has been a sensitive issue for India. Meanwhile, some sections of the Sikh community in Canada have supported this movement, causing friction between the two nations. In this context, the assassination of Khalistani separatist leader Hardeep Singh Nijjar and the subsequent allegations by Prime Minister Justin Trudeau against India have further escalated tensions. Notably, the Khalistan movement has been a significant national security issue for India. At its peak in the 1970s and 1980s, India repeatedly warned Canada that Khalistani elements were active within its borders and involved in anti-India activities. However, due to the political influence of the Sikh community in Canada, many politicians have not taken this issue seriously. Political parties in Canada often adopt a lenient stance towards Khalistani elements for electoral gains. Now that the Canadian report has strengthened India's position, India must take some crucial diplomatic steps. Firstly, India should pressure Canada to take concrete measures to curb Khalistani activities within its territory. Additionally, India should use this report as a strategic opportunity to enhance its global image. Trade and investment between India and Canada were affected due to the dispute, so efforts should now be made to bring these relations back on track. Both nations should initiate diplomatic talks to normalize their relations. They should also enhance security cooperation to combat terrorism and separatism. Moreover, new opportunities should be explored to strengthen educational and cultural ties. Ultimately, India and Canada relations have witnessed significant tensions in recent years due to the Khalistan dispute. The assassination of Hardeep Singh Nijjar and the allegations against India further strained these ties. However, the Canadian report has now made it clear that there is no evidence of India's involvement, strengthening India's position. It now depends on Canada whether it changes its stance on this matter. If both countries prioritize dialogue and cooperation, this dispute can be resolved and relations can improve. Recently in Kinshasa, the capital of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, protesters attacked the embassies of France, the United States, Rwanda, Belgium, Uganda, and Kenya. The protesters alleged that these countries are not taking adequate action against the Rwanda-backed M23 rebel group operating in eastern DRC. Notably, M23 rebels recently infiltrated the outskirts of Goma city, increasing fear and anger among local residents. In protest against this infiltration, demonstrations are being held across the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Recently, following a diplomatic breakthrough, both India and China have issued their respective statements. Under this, New Delhi and Beijing have decided to take several significant steps to improve bilateral relations. These include the resumption of the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra this summer, the restoration of direct flights between the capitals of both nations, issuing visas for journalists and think tanks, and sharing data on transboundary rivers. This decision comes after Indian Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri's recent visit to China. Recently, a catastrophic mid-air collision occurred near Washington, D.C. involving a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter and an American Airlines jet. The accident resulted in multiple fatalities. It is reported that this is the deadliest aviation accident in the United States in the past 25 years. The collision happened just 3 miles from the White House and the U.S. Capitol, in one of the world's most secure airspaces. Notably, the National Transportation Safety Board has initiated an investigation, and the flight data recorder and cockpit voice recorder are being examined. So viewers, we conclude the discussion here and note today's question. Analyze the recent tensions in India and Canada relations and suggest measures to improve bilateral ties between the two nations. That's all for today's session. See you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.